full weekend of racing action continues tonight right here on Speed. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and practice for the Winston Open and the Winston. Tomorrow it's all on FX. The Winston Open and the Winston coverage begins at 7 Eastern Time. Jeff Gordon in the pre-race show tomorrow night. And Sunday, the NASCAR Busch Series from Nazareth, Pennsylvania is on FX at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Jason Hedleski will be our 13th driver to attempt. Now, Ginny Donlevy retired as a car owner, but occasionally he brings a car out of the shop there in Richmond, Virginia for one of his employees or somebody who's worked with him in the past. And Jason started the race here last October at Charlotte. You have to have run a Winston Cup race to be eligible to run the Winston Open. Here he is.
And this will be the second attempt for a Ginny Donlevy car this year. They attempted to make the Daytona 500 with Kurt Shermerdine, who's actually also here trying to qualify for the Winston Open, but they've yet to make a race this year.
They're about 2 seconds off pole pace, but they will start the Winston Open.
Yeah,
but nobody goes home.
Slowest car in practice, and other than Biffle's spin out, he's at the bottom of the list there in 12th.
Matt Yoakum.
And Todd Bodine, the fastest man in practice, fastest so far in qualifying. How would you describe your lap? Because your first lap was much faster than the second.
Yeah, second lap it got a little tight in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 was pretty good, but 1 and 2 it pushed. The first lap, you know, I told Derek, I don't know how we could have done any better. The car was absolutely perfect. I didn't mess up either corner. I hit them both right on my marks, and we got a good lap. You know, National Guard forward. We came over here and tested. Learned an awful lot. There's a lot to be learned now. The things are changing, and we learned a lot. We've been struggling lately, and we feel like what we learned testing here is going to help us at other racetracks. And hopefully we have a good enough setup that we can keep the National Guard forward up front for 20 laps, and then another 10, and get back into the Winston.
Another driver pulling double duty this weekend. He will go to Nazareth to run the Busch Series race on Sunday. Mike?
Jack Sprague, the Craftsman Truck Series champ, rookie candidate here in Winston Cup.
Car looked a little loose down in 1 and 2 there, Mike. It looked like he kind of got in that little dip down there. He's up the hill right there some too. Car looks like it's just a little too free for him.
He picked up just a little bit from where he practiced. He's 9th quickest right now at 29.68. And you know, we talk about everybody's in the field, but I'm going to tell you what, when you look how short these guys' race is tomorrow night, it's pretty important to qualify up front. It's because it's a 30-lap race. They're going to run 20 laps, but then only the top 14 finishers from that segment transfers to a 10-lap shootout. So I think it's important to start up near the front.
Yeah, and 10 laps starting 14th. I don't know. That'd be a long shot.
Long way to get there in a short time to do it.
You got it.
Jack Sprague will be 9th fastest. Kenny Wallace, Felipe Lopez, Mike Wallace.
They're asking each other now.
There's the hands. He's using the hands.
What did Rusty tell you? Here's what he told me. They're verifying what, and Felipe there is Kenny's crew chief. Felipe Lopez.
Yeah. A couple days in home.
He's wanting them to take the car on out of here. He's traffic director.
Jeff Burke.
Tony Raines driving for Bill Bumgarner.
Hey, tell you one thing, this cat can play basketball now. Last night we played basketball, you know, for the
that's right, Hoops for Hope.
Hoops for Hopes for autism. And Tony Raines, I think he hit about 3 3-point shots from, I mean, from way out. And he's a lot bigger than I thought. I knew he was a pretty big kid, but he is a big guy.
Tell you what, this is going to be a pretty good lap for Tony. You see right there, right now on our tracker, he's 5th quickest. He was 10th quickest. And I'm going to tell you, the car looked awfully good through the corner, right around the bottom, Darrell.
They've been doing such a good job with that car. Larry Carter, crew chief, and Tony, they really have been doing a good job. Gets a little wobbly there in the middle of 1 and 2.
And he's had strong runs in the Busch Series as well.
Yeah, he's 3rd over at, where is it, Bristol?
Richmond.
Richmond, that's right.
He was 6th quickest here on his first lap. It looks like this second lap is going to be quite a bit slower, which we've seen that almost on everyone.
Mark Tudor is the crew chief on the Busch car. I think he and Larry Carter really complement each other.
Yeah.
6th of 15 for Tony Raines, competing in his first Winston Open. Elliott Sadler put this deal together last night at University of North Carolina, Charlotte. Several Winston Cup drivers, including Dale Jarrett, Jamie McMurray, and DW, played a team of NASCAR media. Hey, wait a minute, you're media. You're playing with the drivers, but now you're one of us.
Well,
oh well.
Once a driver, always a driver. Think like a driver, you know.
Played against Jeff Hammond, Steve Burns, and I'm told that the star of the media team was Danielle Fry.
That's exactly right. she got 9 points. Yeah.
How about that?
Now, can DW jump? DW do good last night?
I got 2. I made 2 points.
How about Hammond? What did he do?
Oh man, he banked one in from about 20 feet out, and of course, you know, he wanted to stop the game and celebrate.
The sad news was the drivers whipped up on the media 57-2 Elliott's car number 38.
Yeah, now you know why I was on the driver's team.
Right.
Plus, I got the start on the driver team.
Steve Park, who won the Open in 2000 and has raced in the Winston 3 times in his new ride. You can keep all your yellow paint, folks. You just need to add a little blue.
Tell you what, looking pretty good right here, going off into turn 3.
Well, he won the first practice today and was, I think, 5th in the second practice.
And I'm going to tell you what, he's on the pole on that first lap by a 10th, 29.30. Good lap for Steve. I mean, he picked up over 3/10 from where he practiced. Runs a little bit slower, but that first lap was good enough for right now.
That's a great lap. Look at their Childress. I know he's got to be jumping up and down.
Kevin Harvick.
Yeah. That makes a car owner feel mighty good when you make that kind of change. Take a little bit of heat for it.
Nice run for Steve Park. Dick?
With Jeff Burton, who has won the Coca-Cola 600 twice, but never the Winston or the Winston Open. What do you think? You got a car capable of sitting on the pole, win the race tomorrow night?
We worked real hard on race stuff today. We were a little bit off in qualifying. We only made 1 run. In race stuff, we were pretty fast. So got a new color to this weekend, a little Velveeta shells and cheese car. So maybe we can drop the cheese on them.
And this car sure looks different, doesn't it, Mike Joy? Look at this.
You sure that has a 99 on the side? That looks pretty cheesy to our director. Yes, it does.
We're seeing a lot of cheesy cars. Wasn't it Terry Labonte? Where do you have the cheese car at?
Richmond.
Richmond, okay.
And of course, Labonte won the pole in his cheese car, so I'm sure Burton thinks, hey, maybe it'll work for him too.
Jimmy Spencer in his 12th Open trying to take the pole away from Steve Park. He won the Open in 1996.
Buddy, I tell you what, he sailed it off into turn 3.
And it stuck. I mean, you see right there.
He was
make it
on
off turn 4, coming to the start-finish line. Can he do it? 3rd quickest. Lost it right there, just where we saw Kenny Wallace lose it a while ago, coming off turn 4.
He's going to lose it. Going to lose a whole lot more than that if he didn't watch out here.
I think he'll quit now.
1 and done for Jimmy Spencer. 3rd fastest.
Well, Mongo was looking like a arithmetic dog there in turn 1. Putting 3 down and carrying 1.
Man lays awake at night thinking of these things. That's a good lap for Jimmy in that group. I think what happened, it felt good that first lap is one of those, watch this now.
Yeah, right. Didn't get quite all of it. Oh, yeah. Can you believe, as hard as this man drives, this is a fellow who tends roses in his off time?
There is a gentle side to that big giant. I can tell you, I've worked with him. We've been teammates, and he's a whale of a nice man. He really is.
Casey Mears in the target dodge. And the applause was for Steve Park climbing out of his car. After this, so far, pole-sitting performance. Bobby Hutchins there in the gray shirt, Director of Engineering up there at Childress Racing.
And I'm going to tell you, I don't want to underestimate anybody left in our qualifying, but that's going to be a pretty tough lap to beat.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good job. The track has seemed to have picked up a little bit here. Obviously, when it gets later, it does, but I don't think anybody's got anything for that 30.
Casey Mears, he was 17th quickest here in the 41 car. He's going to be 15th quickest. And talk about picking up. Casey's schedule's fixing to pick up. And boy, he's got, I believe that was actually maybe a tire rubbing, Darrell. Looked like the left rear tire. But Chip Ganassi decided that something that may help Casey is more seat time. So he's going to run some ARCA races. And he's also probably going to run maybe almost all the full Busch series, starting in the Chad Bunt car. Chad was released this week, and he's going to for sure run here in Dover. If everything comes together, the remainder of the year, he'll run 43 races.
Wow.
Seat time.
Like I tell you, Larry, those young boys, race car, race.
Matt with the new fastest man in town.
And the current pole sitter, Steve Park. I haven't seen you smile this big in a long, long time.
It's been over a year and a half. I mean, we had a pole at California, and that was pleasing, you know, but that's a good lap right now, you know. I mean, it's going to get cooler, and I think, you know, cars are going to get faster, but, you know, Todd Bowdoin was a guy that was running really fast in practice, so just to beat him at this time of the day, it's a pretty good lap, so I just want to thank America Online. We got a great race team here. You know, Richard Childress, you know, he gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to come drive for him, and just real proud of this whole ALL team. I mean, Chevrolet Monte Carlo, I mean, just so many people involved. I mean,
and you were trying to name off everybody on your cooldown. They'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't remember everybody's name.
Oh, that's a problem. I can't remember everybody's name. There's so many people that I met in the last 7 days. That's crazy. So just again, just want to thank all the guys back at the shop. I know race fans are tired of hearing that, but we have 250 employees, if not more. Spenny, great engine. Ron, who tunes on the engine. I mean, just everybody. I mean, I'm trying to thank everybody that's on the team, but again, just thank Rich Childress and America Online.
You know, a new uniform, a new look, you shaved the goatee, and also a new name on the side of the hat.
They've even got all their souvenirs redone.
But I'm gonna tell you what, when you think about the irony here, I guess you could say, is, you know, about 5 or 6 years ago, Dale Earnhardt calls Steve Park and hires him to drive for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. He was released from Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Who hires him? Richard Childress.
Now let me go back just a little bit as Jeff Burton completes his run and his 15th fastest. Do you know who told Dale Earnhardt to call Steve Park?
Probably Richard
Childress. And so the circle continues going round and around.
And round and round and round.